Hi everybody, so today I have got a very exciting video. So it was the finale of Game of Thrones on Sunday, and oh my goodness, this season has been jam-packed full of action and has probably been one of my favourite seasons of the whole show. Even though it is due to end very shortly and I am very sad about it, I thought I would do a Game of Thrones Season 7 review. I'm going to focus it more on the finale just because obviously that was on Sunday, but I will have inputs of what I thought about the whole TV show. If you've not seen Game of Thrones Season 7 yet, or you've not seen the finale, please don't watch this video because there are spoilers alert, and I really don't want you to watch this video and be like, cheers, thanks for that, Alice, you've now ruined it. So, you know, if you've not seen it, wait till you've seen it, but if you have seen it, then let me know what you guys thought. So I'm going to get straight into the review. So, I'm going to start with the episode lengths. So this season was an overall of 7 episodes, which is the shortest in Game of Thrones history. Honestly, I don't understand why HBO did that. I thought because of the shortness and how short the episodes were, there was more condensed. So instead of having a character which would have grown over a few episodes in previous, they had 5 minutes of sort of showtime where you had to sit there and understand what was happening, which made everything really fast paced. The best example I can give for you is episode 6 with the White Walkers when they are walking across the desert as such, and it is covered in ice, and you have all of like Jon Snow and everyone stood around and they're waiting for these White Walkers to realise that it's ice and they can actually walk on ice. But obviously with them being zombies, they've not really got a brain and they didn't figure it out until stupidly someone threw a rock across the ice, and that's what made them realise. And it was just all really fast paced, and I just would have liked to have seen it sort of develop and them understand, you know, maybe have a bit of a try instead of just standing there and then a rock getting thrown and then the big battle happening. It was just really fast paced. Best thing for me out of the episode, which really makes me giggle and I still think is really funny, and I don't really know why it makes me giggle so much, is the zombie dragon. So of course in episode 6 we had that heartbreaking scene of the dragon being killed when he was trying to save Jon Snow, and that was a really touching scene. And of course the bad guys had to get the dragon out of the water and turn him into a zombie dragon. So, you know, they've lost one dragon and now he's a zombie dragon, which was obvious. I know as soon as that dragon had gone in that water and they'd all gone off, I was like, they're gonna get that dragon out of that water and turn it into a zombie so they can fly over the wall. And they did. It was like I just nailed it, and I just knew that that zombie dragon was going to destroy that wall. But the one thing that really made me laugh, and of course was so ironic, was the fact that the only way you can kill that zombie dragon is with fire. So they've got a fire-breathing animal that dies when fire touches it. It just really made me laugh, and I just thought it was really ironic. One of my favourite scenes in episode 7, the last, obviously the finale, was the scene with Arya. And even though not many of the main characters died this season, I thought the death of Littlefinger was done amazingly. I thought it was such a shock for fans, the way Arya walks in and you're thinking, oh, that's it, she's going to die, she's going to get done for treason, and she doesn't, and both sisters come together and kill Littlefinger. And Arya is one of my favourite Game of Thrones characters. She's really progressed throughout the seasons, you know. She started off as this quiet little girl and now she has got some hella attitude, and I really love Arya. She's one of my favourite characters, always has been, and especially Maisie Williams, one of my favourite actors. So I will always be on Arya's side because I love her so much. And you know, I loved Maisie Williams in Doctor Who, and I'll probably love Maisie Williams just as much as I do in Game of Thrones, because I think she's amazing in Game of Thrones and I love her so much. Of course, I'm still confused as to who will win the throne. Obviously, you know, it's been between Jon and Darius. Now, obviously, Jon bowed down to Darius and said, you know, you can have the throne. I'm alright with it because Jon doesn't want the throne, as it's been going on for months in that episode. And even though he was named in the north as their king, and he is the rightful heir, because as we saw, Darius and Jon Snow are auntie and cousin, even though they did hook up in this last episode, which was kind of guessed for. You thought, I knew that they would. And obviously Darius has been trying for so long to get that throne. She has been trying to become queen. So now it's like, when they find out that they're auntie and cousin, and that, you know, that they're together as such, what's going to happen to the throne? Who's going to become the heir? I would like to see Jon Snow on the throne because I love Jon Snow and I think he's so powerful. But obviously Darius has worked for it, so I'm a bit like, oh, I don't really know. The only way I can see it happening is if they kill Darius off, which I won't be too happy about if they do because I love her. I think she's gorgeous. But if they do it in a powerful death, then maybe it will be more interesting. So we will just have to wait and see at what they do. Overall, I loved the season. I thought this season of Game of Thrones was one of the best. I love Game of Thrones anyway. I get dead excited when it starts. And now I've got to wait until 2018/19. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. It was really exciting. There was lots happening. It was very fast paced, which worries me a little bit for season 8. I just hope that they don't try and condense it. Obviously, overall, for season 8 and season 7 together, there are 13 episodes. HBO have had 13 episodes to put it all in to end the whole of Game of Thrones. And I'm really just hoping that they give it the ending that it deserves, because it's been such a long and enduring programme with so much going on. I just really hope they don't get to a point and then they just sort of sack it off for the next 2 episodes. So fingers crossed it's not as fast paced as it was, and it is just works out really, really well. But overall, I enjoyed it. If you watch Game of Thrones, if you've watched the season finale, let me know what you think of the season, and let me know what you think is going to happen, because I'm really confused. I don't know what's going to happen, and now I'm going to have to find something else to do for 2 years while I wait for Game of Thrones season 19. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, comment down below anything you think about Game of Thrones, and let me know who your hero is, and I'll see you next time.
All Stars Heroes of TV. 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 Who's your hero?